In this video, I'm going to address, that's right, the one, the only Sig. Wait for more people to come in here, like usual when I'm starting up. Side chat will be on. Hopefully I can make this short and sweet. I don't want to spend all fucking day here, obviously. But Sig's supposedly promoting me right? I thought his words were he's done with me. He's never going to show anything of mine again, right? And a lot of it's old stuff that people have seen already. But why show it? It's a waste of a life. It's just going to be the same old lackeys commented over there and all this kind of shit. It's not like it's anything exciting. I'm not even going to be over there to watch it, to be honest with you. I'm never over there to watch it. I don't even look at his channel. This guy Sig, I wish I could say he's a nice guy, but I would be lying. Okay, he's just here for clout. He's just here to talk about people, just get ideas to clip videos. Doesn't even do much content of his own as far as talking and getting in front of a camera. He can't do it. No, see, that is where you're wrong. Not all of us want to be famous. Not all of us want to live in Hollywood. Get your head straight. I would have mentioned that I wanted to move there if I wanted to. But did I fucking say that I want to go to LA or Atlanta? The answer is no. The answer is no. I do not. In fact, Nashville, where Sig lives, years ago, Jeff Jarrett was exposing the corruption in the country music industry there. Does anybody remember that? That he was exposing the corruption in the country music industry over there in Nashville. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to go there. I don't know what the hell your problem is, see? What the hell is your problem? You assume I want to make you famous? And by the way, the people, how they get famous to begin with, they got to start in small cities. They have to start in a small city that they feel comfortable in. That's how it works. You can't just go to LA and Atlanta and hope to make it and pay high rent on a low budget. You're a moron. The fuck's the matter with you, Sig? All you are, I thought you said you were never promoting my stuff again. What happened to that? You're desperate. So what happened with that? You're desperate is what happened. You got nobody to do content on. Boyd is dead. That's one thing that is true. But people are still trying to keep it alive. The old 2015 people are trying to keep this piece of shit place alive. And it had problems then too. Let's be real. 2015, this place had problems. It always did. And it's time that it dies. And if the soy has to barrel through it and crash into a wall while destroying everything, like I said, I'm cool with it. Alright? I might not be cool with some of the people in the soy, but I'm cool with that, at least. Hi, Mark Terry, what's going on? This is something I mentioned. Well, I'm not taking it. And if I ever do get an offer, I'm going to do it on my own. I don't need you. And you didn't help build my channel. Stop telling that lie, Sig. You did not help build my channel. You did not. For those of you who want the real truth, don't believe Sig that with his promoting it got me 400 subs. No. In fact, overnight I got 400 subs due to everybody talking about me. I made a big splash coming back here. I don't think you realize. He minimizes my effort and puts more into his effort. It got me 400 overnight. It was Tucker and it was Vinny and it was everybody in the boy who friggin' noticed that I went at Elvis and trolled him hard. That was a good troll. And Dave the fucking fisherman said it too. He said it. Absolutely. He was noticing it and he was trying to figure out where I was. You know, he was saying, "Oh, he can't be in Florida," blah blah blah. The weather's too it's not even, those trees don't look like Florida. So it was everybody. Don't get too high on yourself, Sig. You are not as special as you think you are. You might have that talent for clipping videos and shit, but you are not special. And I think a part of you likes to be talked to like shit. It's just your personality. You attract people like that because you like to be talked to like shit. That's why. You like people bossing you around deep down is what I really fucking think. You want my honest to God. Mark Terry, time out. There will be no retracting messages. I don't like retracted messages. If you say something, fucking keep it in there. Alright? So I don't like YouTube, you know? Really. Honestly, I will go to all ends to expose bullshit. And yeah, this might not seem like a huge deal, but I just don't want his promotion. I don't want his friggin' promotion, alright? How hard is that? He says he's done with me. Then he goes back to fucking promoting me again. I upset him. He's like, "I'm not dealing with Melton again." He can just go fuck himself. But he's back. He's back. What the fuck happened here? Huh? Can't keep his word. He flip-flops. And something tells me if he could, he would be in the corrupt music industry or whatever industry in Nashville. He would be participating in it if he could, because that's just him. It's like he's a failed radio guy, news actor, whatever you want to call him. Maybe even music producer too. I don't friggin' know. It's possible he had some opportunities in his life, but I'm not here to bring the boy together at all. I'm really not. I've been here wishing death on it, actually, all this time. Because it's been corrupt all this time. The whole thing friggin' revolved around Elvis. And Drury Nate Ave. I'll keep mentioning that, too. I know about Drury Nate Ave. This is not brand new news. I've known of him. And, in fact, if I lived in Florida and I was a participant in Boyd in 2015, I would have been happy just doing that and not being an actor. Just doing this. This here is not, I'm just not okay with it because you're a flip-flop. Alright, I'm not okay. Well, even if you are going to show it on your channel, I'm going to comment on you showing it on my channel. And that's all there is to it. And I got to let people know the truth because you're telling misinformation that you helped me get all those subs when it was me who got all them subs. And I happened to come to the right community to get them. That's all. And people watched me, they subbed to me thinking I was going to go after Elvis. That's the real story. People who don't even talk to say. I'm talking the Doc Zayases, the people who just, they didn't like Elvis, so they subbed me up. That's how I got at least a lot of them overnight. That's the real story. Right here. Not what Sig tells you, though. That's the thing. He might have helped get 200 maybe, but that's about all I can say. 200 out of the 1,700 that I have. It's like if Noodles promotes you, you'll probably get 200 maybe at the most. And a lot of those are probably soccer cards or something. So, at the end of the day, it's a smaller amount than he'll make it out to be. Yeah, but that's not the dog's fault. But it's funny how he thought it was going to replace his other one, though. That's what's funny. He thought it was going to replace Tino with them. It just gets crazy, right? I saw he did a live stream, but I was sleeping through most of it. I didn't even see it, you know. People think I'm watching all the time. Truth is, I'm not. The Soit is a new community, Reggie. The Soit is below the boy, okay? But it's helping destroy the boy at this time. That's what it's doing. But I find all these 2015 people are coming in here and they're trying to stir up drama again, just with different people. They're trying to stay relevant. So they're going on Harleys. They're going on G's. They're going on Harleys. Or whatever. But if I lived in Florida and I was a full participant in the boy living in Florida, I would have got a lot further because I would have met a lot more people who would have been more willing to. I would have met Sammy, I would have met Tasha, I would have met Drury. I actually would have met Drury because I actually had MGTOW views years ago. And I would have actually attracted Drury's attention. I actually would have. Years and years ago. And plus I was dealing with some scumbags in Florida. And even if Drury's still a scumbag, the fact of the matter is he would have looked better than some of the other people that I was around. So I probably would have taken him up on an offer. I probably would have worked with Drury. I more than likely would have worked with Drury. Because when I lived in Lago, I lived right in his friggin' backyard almost. And I never knew he existed. And the story's getting more advanced because this is what would have happened. I'm telling you, I would have met Drury. And instead of Abby, Tasha probably would have been my stalker, and that would have been an improvement. It would have been an annoyance, but it would have been an improvement at the same time than having Abby stalk me. If I were to have one, I'm saying. Elvis would have been in the picture, I think, too, but me and Drury and Elvis would probably meet and shit. I would have had a big role in this. That's all I'm telling you. But I'm the one who got away. I'm the one who got away from Florida. A hot boy hotspot. But if I only knew these people were here. It's like if Michael Jordan got drafted by Portland. It's like, but he went to Chicago. That would have been the equivalent of me going to Chicago for Michael. It really would have been. I could have really changed the boy in 15. When less stuff was going on, I could have actually came in and gave Rosie a run for her money even. But I came a little too late. In another location, another time, another place, they say. I was too busy in Florida. I had my own shit to deal with. I wasn't in communities like this. In fact, I was so removed from the trolls when they started coming back to me, I was shocked. Like, people like this is still around? People like this are still around was my first thought. People like this are still around. Good, Ouija. She needs to fucking quit. She needs to fucking quit now before she does die. And I don't feel bad because she brings it all on her goddamn self. I've said it a million fucking times, goddamn it. She is the WT2000. I'm going to coin a name for her. You know how Tommy has the Black Terminatrix 1000, right? She's the White Terminatrix 2000 series. That's what Abby is. The WT2000. Abby's not a woman, okay? Abby is the Terminator. And she will disagree with that. She'll try to convince everyone she's so sweet, right? But she's a Terminator. The Terminator. But I'm the one who had to fight all this time in defense from her and her shit and her tactics. Someone's backed into a corner, they're going to do and say whatever. Go ahead. Who cares? It's no big loss. Trust me. You can't try to play nice with everybody. It's just not going to work. You know? You can't. In fact, if you play mean, you get much more respect. And I fucking realize that now. You play mean and be a fucking bastard, you will get respect around this place. You know, bottom line, you have to fucking be mean with most people. And if people are genuinely nice to you, then fine. But you have to really, in this place, have a vetting process. I mean, look at the people watching versus the people typing. Look at the people watching. Okay? There's more people watching because they like to laugh about things. They don't like to partake in the program. They just want to sit outside and laugh. You know, they think it's a riot that I'm going off. But and Bombshell has a lot of them. It's unbelievable. I wouldn't really want to live stream if 143 people were watching me and only 6 people were typing in the chat. I'd shut the stream down. I'd rather have 6 people watching me. I'd rather have 5 or 6 people watching me than have a bunch of clowns lurking. And I'll tell you that right now. That is me. If that's one thing Whiskey OG was right about, that he was right about that. Even if people are talking shit about him or whatever. The fact is, that's the right attitude to take. You see, I'm not like some people on here. I don't like the traveling circus. You know, I don't like the traveling circus going channel to channel to channel to channel. Hi, Jennifer Sweet. What's going on? Pig Boy. Dimebag Darlene. What's happening? Skunky. Summers. Oh, geez. Yeah, they were the traveling circus. Yeah, but some people on here don't want the traveling circus, you know? They want a solid, just solid small group of people coming in. That's really all. Because that's really the amount of people that go in these other chats anyway. Like, it isn't like the chats are swinging off the wall, you know, with comments where you can't keep up with them. If you have that, then you know you fucking made it on here. If you have that. If you're like Billy the Fridge, where he doesn't even have to look, he just gets a $2 donation and it's no big deal. You know, he doesn't even have to look at the side chat. He can just get constant $1 to $2 donations. And that is enough for his revenue. Because he's got the people willing to pay him. Or he's got the people, it doesn't even have to be big amounts. You could give $1 to $2 donations. Those add up if a bunch of people actually give them. You know what I'm saying? Those add up. They do. And stuff like that. What's up, Michael? Yeah, they are. They can be, but if you have a lot of comments, you know you've made it then, because you're not in the territory where you have a lot of lurkers, you know? And it must be tough for Bombshell, because she's got a big channel, you know? So to have, like, so many people watching on the outside, it just shows how scared they are. Or they just want to watch her for their own amusement. Don't get me wrong, I like to also. But I'll at least stop in and say hi in the chat at least, you know? I'm not gonna totally sit outside. If I hate someone, I fucking will sit outside and never comment, sure. Yeah, I will. But that's about all I can say. But like that isn't news though. I've already exposed who he is, alright? I don't want to get into it again. Expect us. I've already done that. It gets old. If everybody chat blocked him, he wouldn't even be here. A lot of these people wouldn't be here if you just chat blocked them. You could clean the community up overnight. If everyone just chat blocked certain people, they'd have to leave. I can try to tell the blueprint of success on here for people, but they can only listen as far as they want to. You can only lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink, right? I've been telling people how this system works for a while. Now that I know what it's like again and I see the trolls for what they are again, but I was away from it for a while and I was just surprised to see them again. When Elvis Travels brought all of them on, and I didn't even want to participate. It was like a troll hellhole. I thought it was the Soit already. I thought Elvis Travels was the Soit back in 2016. With all the trolls that he got, it felt like what the Soit feels like now. And then Dr. Fish kept the Soit going for a while, but all that fucking shit Dr. Fish was doing got normalized when some of the Soit came back. Like Molasses and Cruiser or whatever. And all that got normalized. But it wasn't normalized just 2 years ago. I mean, you had Dr. Fish, and you all saw what Dr. Fish was, right? He was the Soit, for sure. You know, White Tupac and Dr. Fish to me were like the Soit, total. Yep. But then the social ranking system moves people up as they're here longer, and then things change. But they were traditionally Soit at one time. And then some people, you look at them, and they're going to stay in the Soit. They're not going to get out of that, ever. A few might, but when you're down there, it's even harder, I think. Once you hit the Soit, that is the actual breaking point. If there was anything close to the Soit years ago, it was probably Brett Keane and Paul Saving. If there was anything close to the Soit years ago, it was probably Brett Keane and Paul Saving. And maybe Casey Nunez. That's what I would simply say. Like Casey Nunez would have been old Boyd, but I think he was actually below Boyd, to be honest with you. That's what I believe. Real Man was borderline. He could have passed for Soit too, though, actually, when you think about it. But now he's moved up from all that because he's not doing any of this anymore. Real Man, I kind of respect him more because he kind of knew to not stay in the same cycle, kind of. You know? He got involved for a bit. And he used to have that 9/11 is an inside job t-shirt on. He was a definite conspiracist. I remember. But then there were people, I'm wondering where the hell they went to. Like Mr. Wobblehead Deluxe. Where the hell did that guy go? God. But it was after that era I just left. I don't know, expect us. I'm just getting the word out before he puts it up just to prepare people. That's all. And I had to correct one of his lies that he said. That he helped me get 400 subs. It's not true. It's simply not true. And he wouldn't have did it overnight if he did it. That's a lie. The community gave him to me because they hated Elvis so damn much. That's the real story. I preyed off the Elvis hate and I did a huge troll on him. Everyone wanted to know who I was. I got Rosie putting my name in her friggin' titles for a month. You know? And Rosie's enabled all of them coming to the rancho, all those sex offenders and pigs. Did I tell you all? Rich Life did it. I'll tell you the reason why I feel Rich Life did it, okay? You want to know why? Another reason I thought. And Lindy, take notes. Okay, Lindy? Take notes right now. In case you overlooked the comment that I wrote to you about it. But I suggested an idea to Rich Life when I talked to him, Fire Chick. So I suggested an idea to Rich Life. Hey, it sounds like a good idea, don't you think? To change the name of your channel when I was talking to him about Anna in private before, right? And I talked with him just about this and that and a few things or whatever, right? Get a load of this. I say to him, hey, Rich, you should, since you want to save all these homeless hoes, right? Why don't you make and rebrand your channel and rename it Rich Life of Homeless Hoes? I suggested that he did that. I told him he should do that, actually. In private, I told him that. He's like, ha ha ha, yeah, I think I'll do that. That sounds fucking great. So see what I mean? He wants to see himself. Like he loves the idea of pimping out women who are desperate. And he wants them to depend on him. And even though Molasses is scummy, right? With her, at least with her habits, she is. And with her sexual fetishes or whoever the fuck made her do that or some shit. I still don't fucking know. Because it just seems so weird that a small-time musician who did like Annie DiFranco type of stuff would just be dabbling in that. It doesn't make sense. Usually you think of a world peace kind of person, hippie-like, but not any of that other sick, crazy shit. You know, you think like maybe Amy Mann or something. So I got a total soiled image of that. You know? You'd think Annie DiFranco or Amy Mann when you think of someone like that, and then they do that. But I really believe, yeah, but not to that level though. I mean, I'm talking to this level of eating out Snickers from someone's asshole. I mean, come on. Really? And Cyrax wanted someone to do it to him? That's the last fucking thing that I heard. And you know what else? I do believe, despite all that, though, Patrick, that Rich Life may have actually attempted to pour sugar down her vehicle. Despite all that, and even if I don't have too many great things to say about Molasses, I do think Rich Life is capable of doing something like that. I actually do now. Come to think of it, he likes to be the Captain Save-A-Ho is what he likes to do, while having a very shady history himself. And this is another idiot. This is the idiot Sig is fucking promoting him too. He's promoted Rich Life a long time. That's why I also don't like Sig. He promotes degenerates on here. He's just as guilty as Drury in a lot of ways. He's just as guilty as Drury. I wouldn't be surprised if they talked on the phone too at one point. I really wouldn't. Maybe not now, but in the past, possibly. You know? And like I said, I would have ran into Drury if I was doing the Boit thing in 2015 living in Florida, and I would have changed the shape of the Boit, and there wasn't as much activity down here. I would have definitely been as big as Elvis and Rosie and all of them if I had only come down here earlier. And I lived in Florida. I could be in the tropics doing videos. I could be doing live streams out on the streets of St. Petersburg, possibly. It would have made better content. I'll tell you that right now. I would have streamed Hurricane Irma, and people would be looking at it. I would have did that. I would have at least streamed the exodus of the area when people were told to leave. I was down there. I don't know. I've told people this story. I was in St. Petersburg during Hurricane Irma. And it friggin' stormed, and I was hunkering down in the house I was renting in. That's right, Carrie Bridges. What's going on? Oh, by the way, Abby did not dox you last night. She did not. She just said she was going to find another one who says she's going to do something but never does it. But likes to torment others constantly, but doesn't actually do shit when things are on the line. She didn't do it, Carrie. Okay, I caught it kind of late last night, I think. But no, she didn't do it. Yeah, but that's what she did. She upset you enough that you would go to sleep. See how much of a terrorist this fucking she's not even a chick or a girl. This fucking white Terminatrix 2000 is what she is. We're gonna call her WT2000 from now on. Hashtag WT2000. Because she is, and if I refer to her as that, that's gonna eliminate anything that she ever tells people that I ever did to her. Because what I will tell you is that I did it all for a reason. There's always a reason and a second side of the story behind everything. And she's not as nice as she wants to think she is. She's not as innocent as she wants to think she is. She is the WT2000. That's what she is. It's not even a she. It's a machine, as far as I'm concerned. She's a machine. And she's got many parts inside of it that they need to be replaced like a machine. That's the reason. It's a machine running low. Is really what it is, Abby Christian. It's a machine running very low and out of power is what it is. The WT2000. That's what it is. Okay. Now you had T1000 from the Terminator. You know how hard that friggin' was to get rid of? Right? Absolutely, Jennifer. Yes. And what boggles my mind is there are some really low IQ people out here who believe her. Or they just believed her until they have to find out for themselves how much of a pest she could be if she gets very attached to somebody. But then with other people, she won't even call them back or look at her phone. It's very fucking weird how Abby operates. Very friggin' weird. You know, because the people who do want to talk to her, she doesn't get back to them. Hey, Christian's Adventures $4.99. Thank you, Christian's Adventures, for that. And, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Just, I hate waiting for someone to kick the bucket because that's never how I lived life. I always lived life day to day. I never had anybody on my ass for no good reason whatsoever. I don't deserve this one bit. Everybody knows it. I'm just a content creator. The only time I would deserve it is if I wrongfully called somebody out, they defended themselves, and then whatever that led to, it led to. Sometimes that happened in the old days to me, actually. You know, you could get in a battle easily depending on what you said, what you accused somebody of, or whatever. But, and I can understand that if you actually initiated something. But, well, you didn't simply initiate something like that, and it just all came to you without you asking for any of this. That's what I hate. I hate when people do shit without asking me for permission. Carrie, you know what she said she did, too? She said she gave my contact information to a family in, I would imagine, North Carolina, because she watches what I say. Okay? I don't even know I'm going to North Carolina or South Carolina. I don't. They're contenders, but I don't know that I'm going there, honestly. But she supposedly gave my number to a family. Again, without asking. Without asking. just doing it. I hate when people just fucking do things and they don't run it by me. Or just don't do it at all if they know I ain't giving them the time of day. Not calling me, leaving me a message on live stream when I block the number. I don't get them anyway because I blocked the number. The only way I knew was because she showed herself calling on her stream. Alright? That's exactly right. See how she goes and does things? And people need to watch this. You 35 people watching, don't play stupid. Take the information, take the notes down, and let it register. So if she tries her bullshit again, go in there and call her out on it. Okay? It makes it fun when someone actually stirs the pot. They're looking from the outside taking notes, but then they'll go somewhere else and stir the pot. I can live with that. That's actually a net gain right there. But don't just lurk and lurk mine and then lurk hers. If you lurk in mine, use it to ask her questions on another stream or something. You know, then put that lurking to production. I could say. You know, if that makes sense. Just like Sig premiering me. I didn't ask him to do it. I don't talk to him. I wish he would have. Because he said he wasn't going to promote my shit anymore. He said, I'm done with him. He's always rude to me and whatever. Leave it at that then. Just leave it at that. You know? I don't ever watch any of his promotions, really. And it's funny, he's a 68-year-old man, but he's supposedly taking advice from Poon Handler on how to do things, who's much younger than him. And he's a cool guy, but it's like he's taking advice from Poon Handler. At 68. What? Your sister-in-law did that crap. We moved, didn't let anyone know where we moved to. Next thing we know, there's someone we know at the door. Sister-in-law told them where to find us. Yeah, exactly. And you think I'm going to let that happen? Hell no. I ain't going to let that happen. No. I'm leaving the Boit when I move. Bottom line, I'm not streaming. And if I do, I'm not going to show you where I'm at. I'm not going to give you content in the outside world. And I'm not going to come on very much. So good luck trying to guess where I'm going to be. Because I'm not telling. I'm only giving you ideas. How do you know I'm even going to the Carolinas? I could be going to Georgia. I could be going back to Florida for all you know. But wherever I go, yeah, okay. Then come and do something about it then once you do. All right? Come and do something about it. Don't just say you're going to find me. Why don't you deliver yourself to me? If that's the case. Nobody's finding me, though, when I move. Nobody. Nobody. That's it. No one. I'm going to defeat this community. And I'm doing it now. And you don't like that I'm fucking doing it now. Because all of you are going to get your just desserts very soon. These are the end days. Biden in the White House is going to cut down on all this shit. I'm telling you, he's going to cut down. And he's going to put a lot of you in your place and shut the internet down. He's going to shut parts of the internet down. I'm going to win anyway. I've already won this game. I'm done playing. I'm done playing. Barter, why don't you come to me now? Huh? You fucking tough guy. You won't make the trip out here. Why don't you come to me now, before I move? This motherfucker, he's somebody that I wouldn't like. I wouldn't mind flattening him at all. He could seem cool, but then every other time he's an asshole. He'll be cool once and he'll be an asshole 5 times. Stephen Elliott from Winter Garden, Florida. I knew who you were before a troll announced it yesterday, believe me. I knew who you were. You're not Nick. You're not Noodles. You're not Camillo. But no, nobody's going to find me when I leave. No one. I'll make sure of it. Because I'm not even going to participate. And if I do, it'll be once in a while. It's not going to be much. And I'm not going to show you content in the outside world. So, hey, keep guessing. You're going to keep guessing where I'm going. You know? That's right. Take 0 prisoners. That's right. And you don't like that I'm shining the light on all you fucking cockroach. I don't care if it's Savage Live. No, Savage Live. I'll address you. Barter lives in Winter Garden, Florida, dude. But I'm going to address Savage Live quickly because she left a comment and then deleted it. Who leaves a fucking comment and delete? If Savage leaves a comment with some people, is she known for deleting the comment right after she makes it? She deletes it off your, are you really? You're in Alabama. You're bullshitting me because you're in Alabama. You're going to make the trip out here. If anything, I'm going to the region that's closest to you. You're going to find me when I go there, Bar? You're going to find me when I go there? You will, and what will you do? And why are you going to do it? Did I piss you off so much that you're going to drive in your car and you're gonna try to fight me and do all this fucking shit to me? Are you mad? I can't even tell if this motherfucker's mad. I can't. It's very tough to tell when he's typing. Oh, all right. But you know what I'm saying. Yeah, they're saying you're the next Von Helton. They could be right. There could be a compliment, but I'm going to laugh my ass off when that happens. Von Helton. Oh, that's great. When Waffle said that, I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, I can kind of see it now. What do I do for money? Pick my nose and eat it, maybe? Trisha G. That's going to be hilarious, though. I'm telling you. That means that there's going to be some big time content happening. Seabreeze, what's happening? Yeah, and Von Helton did the same thing. He said they're not going to take him down, but they kept going with them. We'll wait and see, just wait and see. But hey, the word's put out there. He's going to be Von Helton too, so we'll see. All right. You would unsub, you get roped back in. How'd you unsub? Where'd you unsub to? The Cockmaster? Oh my God, really? You don't know Von Helton? Look him up. He's got a long history. He's got a long history. He's got a southern accent. He lives in some house on a lot of land, a trailer, I think. And he plays the role of a grandpa. When he is talking and laughing and being calm, but he got so angry at trolls. Mark Terry is the next Von Helton. Blue Waffles threw the idea out there. Carrie, that he is the next Von Helton. And he had a wife in the background, and he was like, yeah, Mark's just more happily married, it seems like. But he could be like a more happily married Von Helton. That's what I would say. Put up or shut up, expect us. Come to my face and don't make threats. Come to my face. Don't just be saying it, you pussy. You're going to be in a gas chamber very shortly. If the Democrats have control for 12 years, guess what? I think 12 years should be good. It's some people like you are going to be going in the fryer. When everything goes so far left that you can't go anymore, you know? then people like you are going to be going in the fryer. Period. And it's happening now. So I would watch yourself if I were you. What you say. Because sections of the internet are going to be closing down. I endorse the full closing and banning of Discord. Even parts of YouTube that I participate on. If they banned it tomorrow, it would actually be a gift in a way if they did. Because this addiction's so bad. People want to go on, oh, free speech for everything, but when everything is so-called too free and nothing's been stopped for a while, when the ban hammer comes down, it ends up being very bad when it finally does come down. That's what I'm saying to you. So, a lot of you out there who want to act tough, you want to say expect us, but like you're going to actually do something, then do it. Have the balls and fucking do it or shut the fuck up. I'm sick of you people. Really fucking yeah. You know? And Dave's going to teach me as it is. Dave the Fisherman's going to teach me on, okay then, fine. Yeah, they are, Dimebag. No doubt. A lot of them. But years ago, when everything was more local, there was more of a chance people would do something. But even then, they really didn't. They just went by the place you lived. They just went by the place you lived. You know? But they let you know they were there, but you'd never see them. They would never knock on the door. You know what I mean? They would never knock on the door. So it's not like I haven't been through this before. You know? I had someone who pointed out my house shutters before, where I once lived. They wouldn't tell me where they were about. And no one found out. But since we're all down here on the bottom of YouTube, a lot of people, the majority, maybe not all, but the majority could get found out. But there's always that small few who skirt it. It's very good to be in that small few. If you just use your brain, you can actually be that small few. And all that. The older I get, the more I can actually give advice on how to do YouTube. How to actually do this right. Yeah, but it's all old stuff, Mark. You can watch it if you want. But I'm just telling you, this guy flip-flops. Okay, Sig is a flip-flopper. He likes to get information in people's channels. That's why he goes around. That's why he actually gets a lot of hatred. Because he's not as well liked as... Now, it'd be one thing if he was actually a genuine nice guy, but he's actually on here. He does this for free. What is it with all these people who do all this shit for free, but they're not really great individuals? Like Carlos trolls for free. Sig does all this shit for free. Why? What for? What is the point of doing it if you're not getting paid for it? Christ. You do all that trolling, bringing in all these silly channels, diaper fetishes, and you're not even getting paid for it. Why? Why? All that time that these people put into things like that, it should be a job. But it should be a job, though. Trolling is a job right now. Elvis said it best when he actually said trolling is a job. It should be noticed as a job. You know? I'm surprised you didn't find this Terra Fullsack guy that I found in the paranormal community. I'm not even in the paranormal community. But there's this guy, he has a very raspy voice. And he talked about old buildings and shit, spirits hanging in them. And I found him. Carlos didn't find that one. Seems like I promote a channel. I get the idea out there. And I don't think even too many people check them out. Honestly, because you know why? Because I'm not going to really spend a ton of time on it. I can only provide the link when I say it once. And if you want to sub that person up, I guess that's up to you, you know? Hey, Mark Terry, I got something to tell you. Check out this channel by the name of Beautiful BBW Girl Vlogs. Beautiful Chubby BBW Girl Vlogs, I think the channel is called. If you want something very, very juicy, and Camilo certainly would if he was listening, he would definitely check this person out. Beautiful Chubby BBW Girl Vlogs. It's like a mishmash of dancing videos, farting videos, burping videos, smoking, vaping videos. Yeah, Beautiful Chubby BBW Girl Vlogs. It should come up. Yeah. Okay. Cockmaster, whoever you are. You're going to Alabama real soon, dog boy. This is a 24/7 hobby of mine. I'd be driven more nuts than I already am. And I already feel like I spend a lot of time on it. As it is. Stuffy. Oh yeah, really? Check out Tyree Sneed also. Type in or write down Tyree Sneed. Tyree Sneed. Bring these people to the boy, and if you bring them down here, I would say one thing that's good about this community, if there's one good thing about it, is all the shitbags come down here. Okay? And then they're forced to interact and do videos against each other and shit. I think Tyree Sneed should be brought down here. I really think now is the time for him to be brought down here. I really do. I've known this dude for fucking 5 years or so out here. He does rap songs. If you watch Anderson Henderson, this guy's like Anderson Henderson more hopped up. Tyree Sneed is the name of his channel. He's like Anderson Henderson, more hopped up. I've always wanted him to be introduced to Anderson Henderson, but they never met. I've always wanted them to meet, though. Okay? I did. So... I would mention other channels on here if I knew people would check them out, you know. I would. The Potty Bus in North Carolina. Who knows, right? That might be fun, right? Yeah. It would actually take things to real life a little more. The problem is, if people could actually meet in real life, a lot of the bullshit would be minimized on here. Yeah, so far I'll start with Beautiful Chubby BBW Girl Vlogs and Tyree Sneed. Those are the two channels I will introduce right here, right now. Yep. Women drive buses. Yeah, because this guy Tyree Sneed got a lot of trolls too. He's just not in the bottom of YouTube, Carrie. He's just never made it down here, and I'm shocked. But now he should make it down here. If someone like Mark Terry made it down here, why did Tyree Sneed not make it down here? That's what's so crazy. He's the bottom of the bottom. But he's still Anderson Henderson 2.0, but he's kind of like Cyrax, too. He has a case on himself, big time. More of an Anderson Henderson, even. He's like Cyrax and Anderson Henderson. That's Tyree Sneed. He's like Cyrax and Anderson Henderson. He's like, if the boy got him, he would actually fucking tear it up in some way, actually. He'd be causing fights with a lot of people. If he went on panels, oh man. But hey, shouldn't he be down here though? I'm surprised he hasn't even made it down here, Carrie. He should. I think now's the time to bring him in. With all this stuff getting so chaotic the way it is. I think he'd be a very nice addition. I really do. But that doesn't matter. He would be, but hey, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, get that word out there, huh? Because if a community found him, and he would block people, but if accounts kept coming to him, then he'd have no choice at some point. He would know that a community discovered him eventually. Even if he initially started blocking people. Or whatever. So, someone like him really deserves this opportunity. Because he's just been going so long, and I've known who he was for 5 years, and I haven't really said a whole lot. You know? But he's got a lot of trolls. And he says how he would drop... He said that he would drop 30 points regularly if he was in the NBA. He says all this stuff. Think of Anderson Henderson all hopped up. Is that a good explanation? Is that a good description, Carrie, of what he's like? He's like Anderson Henderson with much more confidence, and he's like Cyrax to some degree. Wouldn't you say that's what he's like, Carrie? And he's like Eminem, too. He's like Eminem, also. He's like all these friggin' people. In fact, it was Buddy Cha-Cha who also was the only other person who knew who he was, other than me. When I used to talk to Buddy Cha-Cha, she knew of him, too. Right. And Tyree Sneed, I wouldn't call him an e-beggar per se, but he could become one. I don't know. Depending on if he discovers this community or not. I don't know. Everything remains to be seen, I guess. So... oh man. I asked you, Karen, do you think that Tyree Sneed is like a more hopped up Anderson Henderson, Cyrax, and Eminem all in one? Do you think that's the rough idea? Like an Anderson Henderson with a lot more confidence to where he became an Eminem looking wannabe more? Yeah. That's it then. He'll give Anderson a run for his money. He'll give him competition. I think if there's one guy that can give Anderson Henderson competition down here, it's either Cyrax or it's Tyree Sneed. Those are the only two. Forget this McHenry Cruiser shit. It's all a publicity stunt. Cyrax or Tyree Sneed would not be staging any of this with him. They would literally want to fight him. They wouldn't want to promote Anderson. Also, they wouldn't. They would be competition for him, actually. Especially Tyree Sneed, I feel. I've always wanted those two to meet, and they never met. somehow. I'm going to get it to happen before I leave for a while. I'm going to get it to happen. I'm going to get some things to happen within the next 30 days or under. I'm really going to push this. Okay? And I'm going to see what could really happen to get this place stirred up a bit more. Because all I'm seeing is the old dinosaurs still trying to stay relevant, and I don't really want to see that, you know. I don't want to see the same old dinosaurs trying to make a comeback, you know. Like Elvis is trying to make a comeback. I see Nicolesqua more. I see Holly Undead still doing her shit. I see Savage Live trying to be relevant. Oh, Savage Live also said something to me, Carrie. You know what she said to me before you go? She said to me, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to Abby about you." She actually told me something about get some cream for something that's bugging me, because I will talk to Abby on you or something. But that's Savage. She's old news too. That's Savage. She might have, what, 8K subs or whatever she has. But my God. My God. Who can really watch Savage? I don't even watch Savage. There's just nothing there. But she was up on Holly's panel when I was up there, and she was like making a few smart comments to me. I didn't like it. You know, I didn't. And then Nicolesqua, too, was up. Nicolesqua is not good. I'm telling you. Nicolesqua is not that good, I don't feel, Jennifer. Like, behind the scenes, she will seem nicer, but she's not. It's what you say on the front, though. How you carry yourself on the front that really matters. That's what I judge. That is what I judge. Usually. How someone is on the front, right? And on the front, Nicolesca could talk shit to you, but behind the scenes, she won't say much if it's 1-to-1. You know? But out in the public, she'll make smart comments. And that I do not like about Nicolesca. I'm going to say that. And I said it already, but in case people didn't catch it. That Evil Abe thinking what he did was effective on me. Nah. But I mentioned Evil Abe, but it's funny how all the other dominoes started falling right to me, isn't it? How I started mentioning him, and then I started discovering issues with other people again that reminded me of how it was when I first got here. You know? With the old boy, the so-called OG boy people from 2015. The community's dying for a reason. Why keep it alive? Let's just force it out somehow. Whatever you gotta do. Oh. Even if it means unleashing, bringing Tyree Sneed in here. Fine. Fine. Alright? I'm gonna go. Thanks you all for coming in. I've been going a while. I wanted to go 30 minutes or under, but ended up being an hour and 4. But just a quick word out there on what I think about the possible premiere tonight going on. And I'm not a fan because it's coming from a hypocrite. Someone who said they didn't want anything to do with me anymore because of how I talked. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm melted. Fuck him. You know? But Sigs a hypocrite. He's now promoting me, and he said he wasn't going to do so again. But yet here he is. Yet here he is. He must have no content. Alright. Talk to y'all later, everyone. Bye. Okay, Jennifer.